Cricket, one of the most followed sports worldwide, boasts several prestigious tournaments. Among the most prominent are the Pakistan Super League, PSL, and the Indian Premier League, IPL, both of which have rapidly gained international recognition and significantly contributed to the growth of the sport. PSL, Pakistan Super League. Launched in 2016, PSL has emerged as one of the leading T20 leagues, attracting top international and Pakistani cricketers. Played in Pakistan, it has become an essential part of the country's cricketing calendar, showcasing fast-paced action, thrilling contests, and growing fan engagement. The league brings the spotlight to young talent and established stars alike, with franchises representing cities such as Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, and Peshawar. IPL, Indian Premier League. Since its inception in 2008, IPL has taken the cricketing world by storm, becoming the biggest T20 league globally. Known for its massive viewership, top-tier talent from around the globe, and lucrative contracts, IPL attracts the best cricketers, with teams such as Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, and Kolkata Knight Riders among the most well-known. Its success has set the standard for T20 leagues worldwide, transforming the landscape of modern cricket. Both leagues are not just platforms for international stars, but have also transformed cricket into a commercialized and entertainment-driven spectacle. They have helped increase the sport's global appeal, bringing together fans from various countries and regions. The leagues offer a mix of high-octane cricket, celebrity ownership, and lucrative broadcasting deals, making them integral parts of the cricketing ecosystem. However, both leagues face a significant scheduling conflict in 2025. The ICC Champions Trophy is set to take place from February to March 2025, a major international tournament that will demand the attention of the cricketing world. As a result, the PSL 2025 has been rescheduled to April-May 2025, creating a clash with the IPL 2025, which traditionally takes place around the same time. This overlap has led to concerns regarding player participation, viewership, and the financial aspects of both leagues. The Pakistan Super League, PSL, has been rescheduled for 2025 due to a clash with the ICC Champions Trophy. The Champions Trophy, a highly anticipated international tournament, is set to take place in February-March 2025, which would have overlapped with the PSL's usual schedule. Given the importance of the Champions Trophy, which involves the world's top cricketing nations, the Pakistan Cricket Board, PCB, had to make adjustments to avoid a conflict in player availability and viewership. The PSL 2025 will now take place in April-May 2025, shifting from its usual February window. This decision was made to ensure that the excitement around the PSL would not be overshadowed by the Champions Trophy, allowing the tournament to take place without competing for attention during the same time frame. With this shift, the PSL will now begin in mid-April and is expected to conclude in early May 2025, allowing cricket fans to enjoy the tournament after the conclusion of the Champions Trophy. This adjustment, however, brings about a new challenge. The rescheduled dates of the PSL now overlap with the Indian Premier League, IPL, which traditionally runs from late March to May. This means that the two major leagues, both of which attract top international players and huge audiences, will coincide for a portion of the time. The timing of both tournaments will force cricket fans to choose between watching the PSL or the IPL, potentially impacting the viewership of both leagues. Additionally, the overlap could create challenges for players who participate in both leagues, further complicating scheduling and team dynamics. The PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 will overlap in April-May 2025, creating a direct scheduling conflict that will affect both the league's players, teams, and viewership. The clash between these two major T20 leagues will lead to a competition for top players, fan attention, and broadcasting rights. This overlap is expected to affect not just the players but also the overall dynamics of both leagues as they compete for supremacy in the crowded cricketing calendar. The scheduling conflict will put players in a difficult position, as they may be forced to choose between the two lucrative leagues. Many top-tier cricketers participate in both leagues, but with the overlapping dates, they will have to make hard choices about which tournament to prioritize. For instance, players like Babar Azam and Shaheen Shah Afridi, who are integral to The PSL may have IPL contracts, creating potential conflicts in their availability. Similarly, players like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, who are key figures in the IPL, could be unavailable for the PSL, given their commitments to the IPL. This situation could lead to compromises in team lineups for both leagues. With star players potentially missing, teams may need to adjust their strategies, affecting the overall competition and the quality of cricket on display. The absence of marquee players could also dampen the excitement for fans, who are eager to watch their favorite international stars compete. The simultaneous running of the IPL and PSL will force fans to choose between the two tournaments, potentially splitting viewership. Cricket enthusiasts in Pakistan will be torn between supporting their home league, the PSL, and following the global spectacle of the IPL, which has a massive following in India and abroad. The IPL's larger international audience, along with its widespread media coverage, might overshadow the PSL in terms of global viewership, leading to reduced exposure for Pakistan's premier cricket tournament. In India, the IPL's vast fan base and strong media presence may dominate the attention, while in Pakistan, fans will likely prioritize PSL, especially with the tournament being played on home soil. This dynamic could impact the overall viewership ratings, making it difficult for both leagues to reach their full potential in terms of global audiences. The overlap also creates a rivalry between the two leagues for attention, not just regionally, but globally. Fans, media, and sponsors will find themselves caught between the two tournaments, which could lead to a reduction in both leagues' marketing power. The competition between IPL and PSL for fan loyalty could intensify, possibly diminishing the overall appeal of both leagues in the eyes of international viewers. In conclusion, the overlap of the PSL and IPL in April-May 2025 presents significant challenges, especially for players, teams, and fans. The need for players to choose between the two leagues could lead to missing stars and diluted team rosters, while fans will face the dilemma of choosing which tournament to follow, potentially impacting the overall viewership and financial aspects of both leagues. The overlap of the PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 in April-May 2025 is likely to have significant financial consequences for both leagues, especially in terms of sponsorship deals, broadcasting rights, and local market effects. With both leagues competing for attention, the clash could affect the financial stability and growth of both tournaments, as sponsors, broadcasters, and fans all play key roles in determining the success of these events. The timing conflict will put financial pressure on both leagues. Sponsorship deals, which are a major revenue stream for these tournaments, could be affected by the overlap. Sponsors often back one league over the other, especially if they are looking to target specific markets. Given that both the PSL and IPL will likely attract different kinds of sponsors, PSL focusing more on regional and local sponsors in Pakistan and IPL drawing global brands with international visibility, there is a chance that some sponsors may divide their focus. However, large multinational brands with a global reach might choose to back the IPL, given its broader international appeal. The competition between the leagues for sponsorships may lead to higher pressure on the PSL to secure lucrative deals, particularly if it faces the risk of reduced attention due to the IPL's dominance. The IPL, being a global powerhouse, might attract the lion's share of sponsorship dollars, leaving the PSL to work harder to maintain its financial stability and find innovative ways to retain sponsors. Both leagues depend heavily on broadcasting rights to generate substantial revenue. With the overlap, there will be a fight for broadcasting time, as media companies may find it challenging to allocate resources and prime slots for both events. The IPL, with its massive global fan base and primetime appeal, is likely to command the higher price for broadcasting rights. This could reduce the overall value of PSL's broadcasting deals, as media outlets may prioritize IPL coverage to maximize their audience reach and advertising revenue. Additionally, international broadcasters may have to choose between airing IPL or PSL matches, leading to compromises in how much airtime each league gets. The PSL could struggle to compete for the same broadcasting attention, potentially leading to reduced media exposure, lower ad revenues, and overall less financial gain. In markets like Pakistan, where cricket is a major part of the national culture, the PSL holds strong appeal. However, The IPL has a global following, especially in India and other parts of the world, where cricket fans have an established relationship with the Indian League. During the overlapping period, PSL's regional fan base in Pakistan could be overshadowed by the IPL's worldwide visibility, especially given the IPL's established reputation for attracting big-ticket international players and generating massive global media coverage. The PSL may also face challenges in retaining its core audience, as fans might divert their attention to the IPL, which offers a broader array of global stars and teams. This could be particularly challenging for the PSL, which benefits from local pride, but may not have the international star power or media exposure of the IPL. As a result, PSL's ability to generate revenue from ticket sales, merchandise, and local sponsorship deals might be hindered by the IPL's dominance in terms of global fan engagement and market reach. In contrast, IPL will benefit from the overlap by maintaining its dominant position in the global market. With its widespread viewership across various countries, IPL is expected to attract more international brands and investors, further solidifying its financial strength. The clash between the PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 in April-May will undoubtedly create financial challenges for both leagues. While the IPL will continue to dominate with its global appeal and higher broadcasting deals, the PSL could find itself struggling to compete for sponsorships and media attention. The IPL's global following is likely to overshadow the PSL's regional fan base, leading to a reduction in potential revenue from the local market, sponsorship deals, and broadcasting rights. As both leagues fight for financial success and media exposure, their ability to attract and maintain sponsors, broadcasters, and fans will be put to the test during this challenging overlap. The overlap between the PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 is likely to have significant implications for player availability for international duties, especially for players from Pakistan and India, two nations that have a strong representation in both leagues. International players who participate in these leagues will face tough decisions regarding their commitment to their national teams. For instance, Pakistani players like Babar Azam, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Mohammad Rizwan, who are key figures in the PSL, may find themselves torn between their domestic commitments and upcoming international tours or series. Similarly, Indian players like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Jasprit Bumrah, who are integral to the IPL, could be unavailable for international assignments during the overlap. Since both PSL and IPL are commercial powerhouses, the leagues may have some flexibility, but the timing conflict could lead to key players being stretched thin, compromising their performance in international fixtures. This clash will also create problems for international team selectors, who will have to manage player workloads and ensure that players are fit and available for international tournaments like the ICC World Cup or T20 World Cup. The potential for players to miss out on training camps or preparation time due to their commitments to one of these leagues might impact their readiness for global competitions. The overlap between two high-profile leagues might lead to long-term changes in the scheduling of cricket tournaments. Given the growing significance of both the PSL and IPL, cricket boards may be compelled to reconsider the timing of major tournaments to prevent future conflicts. The International Cricket Council, ICC, and the national cricket boards might need to collaborate and ensure that domestic leagues do not clash with important international windows, especially those for major tournaments like the ICC World Cup, T20 World Cup, or ICC Champions Trophy. The competition for player attention and media coverage between these two leagues might prompt discussions around adjusting the cricket calendar to minimize overlap. This could involve rescheduling domestic leagues or shifting the timing of international series, especially as the global calendar becomes more congested with various formats and bilateral series. The concern of player burnout, especially during crowded windows, could also push for more structured planning in future years. The overlap of the PSL and IPL could also have implications for the balance of power in upcoming global tournaments like the ICC World Cup and T20 World Cup. Players who are involved in both leagues may face fatigue or be unable to dedicate sufficient time for preparation, which could impact their performance on the global stage. For instance, cricketers who have been playing non-stop in the PSL and IPL might not be as sharp or well prepared for major international tournaments, leading to potential underperformance in crucial matches. Additionally, the timing of both leagues could disrupt the team dynamics of international teams, as players might miss training sessions or team bonding activities leading up to global tournaments. Countries like India, Pakistan, and others, whose top players are integral to both leagues, could be at a disadvantage if they cannot ensure their players' peak physical and mental condition due to the compressed schedule. The clash might also impact the strategies of national teams in global tournaments. With players potentially arriving from back-to-back T20 leagues, national coaches and selectors may need to adjust their game plans to account for players' varying levels of match fitness and fatigue. These disruptions could affect the overall competitiveness of certain teams in major global events. The scheduling conflict between the PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 is likely to intensify the already existing rivalry between the two leagues. Both leagues have become cornerstones of T20 cricket, with the IPL being an established global giant and the PSL emerging as a strong competitor in the regional market. The overlap of their schedules in April-May 2025 will only serve to further fuel this rivalry, as fans and pundits will compare the two leagues head-to-head, both in terms of quality of play and commercial success. The competition will extend beyond the cricket field into media coverage, sponsorships, and viewership ratings. As fans are forced to choose between the two tournaments, this could create passionate debates and rivalries on social media, with both camps fiercely defending their league's superiority. The tension could lead to a heightened sense of competition between the two leagues' management, especially when it comes to securing high-profile players and lucrative sponsorships. As the battle for the attention of global cricket fans intensifies, both the IPL and PSL could be more inclined to push the envelope in terms of marketing, player acquisition, and broadcasting innovations, which will ultimately escalate the rivalry. While both leagues are major players in the T20 format, the clash may also spark a debate about which league has the better structure, financial strength, and ability to attract international stars. The outcome of this scheduling conflict might impact the long-term perception of the leagues, with some viewing the IPL as a more polished product, and others championing the PSL for its competitive spirit and local significance. The International Cricket Council, ICC, has an essential role to play in ensuring that such scheduling conflicts do not become a recurring issue in the future. Given the importance of both the PSL and IPL in the international cricket ecosystem, the ICC should consider intervening in the scheduling of these leagues to prevent clashes, especially with key global tournaments such as the ICC World Cup and T20 World Cup. The ICC's intervention could involve developing a more structured and coordinated international calendar that allows both leagues to operate without conflicting with major global tournaments or each other. Since the IPL has a more established global presence, the ICC might find it harder to control the scheduling of the Indian League. But there is a possibility to reach a compromise that respects the growing importance of the PSL in the cricketing world. By carefully balancing the cricket calendar and respecting the needs of national boards, the ICC could minimize disruptions and ensure that both leagues thrive without negatively impacting international cricket schedules. Moreover, the ICC can help ensure that player welfare and international cricket priorities are not compromised by these commercial leagues. National boards and global cricketing authorities should focus on maintaining a balance where league tournaments, international duties, and global events coexist harmoniously, without causing player burnout or scheduling overload. The players and fans will likely have strong reactions to this scheduling clash, as it could directly impact both their experience and the quality of cricket on display. For players, especially those who participate in both leagues, the scheduling conflict may cause frustration and fatigue. Players who are committed to either the PSL or IPL could face immense pressure to perform at their peak in both tournaments. This would not only impact their performance, but could also lead to injuries or burnout due to the hectic schedule. Players may express dissatisfaction over being forced to choose between two high-profile leagues, both offering significant financial rewards and playing experiences. The possibility of missing out on one tournament due to international commitments could also leave players feeling restricted in their career choices. Moreover, there will likely be frustration among players from smaller nations or emerging cricketing Countries who want to showcase their talent on global platforms but are caught in the crossfire between the PSL and IPL. For them, the clash may hinder their ability to be involved in both tournaments, affecting their exposure and career progression. Fans will also have strong opinions about the clash. Some fans of the IPL may express dissatisfaction with the PSL's rise, especially if they perceive it as a threat to the IPL's dominance. Conversely, PSL fans will be disheartened by the IPL's international focus and the possibility of missing key players in their own tournament. The divide between Pakistan and India cricket fans will become even more pronounced, as fans from each country will prioritize their home league, potentially leading to bitter debates on social media platforms and public forums. For the fans, the overlap could affect their overall viewing experience, as they may need to choose which tournament to follow, thus missing out on action from both. The commercialization of cricket through these leagues may also cause disillusionment among fans who want to see international cricket played without the interference of business interests. In conclusion, the clash between the IPL and PSL could provoke strong reactions from both players and fans, with many likely to express frustration over the impact on international schedules and the quality of cricket. The heightened rivalry between the leagues and the potential for commercialized decision-making to affect player availability and fan experience could spark considerable debate within the cricketing world. The role of the ICC will be crucial in finding a balance that serves the interests of both leagues, national teams, and fans alike. The clash between the PSL 2025 and IPL 2025 will undoubtedly have significant consequences for the growth of cricket, both in the regions of Pakistan and India, as well as on a global scale. On one hand, this scheduling conflict will heighten the rivalry between these two T20 leagues, with each tournament vying for player participation, viewership, and sponsorships. This will increase the competition for top-tier players and could affect the quality of play, as many prominent players may be forced to choose between the two leagues, potentially diminishing their availability for international cricket as well. The overlap will also create challenges for fans, as they will be torn between watching two high-profile leagues running simultaneously. This may limit the viewership of both tournaments, especially in countries like Pakistan and India, where cricket holds massive popularity. Additionally, the financial impact of this clash could affect sponsorships, broadcasting rights, and the overall revenue generated by both leagues. In the long term, this clash may also influence how cricket is scheduled globally, creating a need for better coordination between domestic leagues and international tournaments. However, despite these challenges, the IPL-PSL clash also presents an opportunity for both leagues to innovate and improve. As the two leagues compete for attention, they may raise the standard of tournament structure, player acquisition, and fan engagement. This increased competition might push both leagues to offer better playing experiences, more exciting formats, and increased global reach, ultimately benefiting the sport as a whole. To ensure that both the PSL and IPL can thrive without negatively affecting each other's appeal, a staggered scheduling approach could be an ideal solution. By slightly adjusting the timelines of each league to avoid direct overlap, both tournaments can attract maximum viewership and player participation without forcing fans and players to choose between them. For instance, the IPL could continue to start in March and run until early May, while the PSL could shift its window to late May-June or even January-February, avoiding a direct clash with the IPL's prime window. This would allow players to participate in both leagues or focus on one league without compromising their international commitments, thus ensuring the best possible preparation for global tournaments. Additionally, a more coordinated schedule would allow fans to enjoy both leagues in their entirety, leading to a more satisfying viewing experience and preventing the dilution of the fan base. To further avoid conflicts, the ICC or relevant cricketing bodies could step in to facilitate better planning and communication among domestic leagues to ensure that no league dominates the cricket calendar. This would be crucial in maintaining the balance between commercial interests and the integrity of the sport. Future prospects. Looking ahead, the competition between the IPL and PSL may drive innovation and improvement in both leagues, as each strives to outdo the other in terms of quality, player talent, and fan engagement. The rivalry will push both leagues to elevate their standards, leading to enhanced experiences for both players and fans. This increased competition could also result in better sponsorships, broadcasting deals, and potentially even new formats or innovations that could reshape the future of T20 cricket. However, if the competition becomes overly commercialized, it could also lead to fatigue among players and fans, potentially hindering the long-term growth of both leagues. If player burnout increases and international duties are affected, the reputation of these leagues could suffer, as could the quality of international cricket. In conclusion, while the IPL-PSL clash presents challenges, it also offers opportunities for both leagues to grow and evolve. The key to success lies in careful scheduling, player welfare, and collaboration between the leagues and global cricket bodies. If managed correctly, the rivalry between the two leagues can lead to greater innovation, better quality cricket, and an expanded global cricket market. However, failure to address these scheduling issues may hinder the potential for both leagues to flourish in the long run.